true. Babylon is to stand. The resurrection is at hand. Generation of righteousness comes forth to heal the wounded land.
All right, good morning, brothers and sisters from all over the world. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Welcome to our National Family Service. Whether this is your first time or you've been here every Sunday, we really want to welcome you. My name is Isaac Hernandez, and I'll be your host today. This is an international community and international family that was founded by Father and Mother Moon. And they're really teaching the principles and the philosophy of living for the sake of others, wanting to bring the world together as one family under God, and sharing the blessing of marriages and families. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, you can go to nationalfamilyservice.org and sign the guest book, or you can type #connect in the Facebook chat. So once again, we just want to thank you. We're going to get things started off with an opening song.
For our opening song today, let's make our way to Clifton, New Jersey to join the Clifton Family Church Band as they sing One Day.
Sometimes I lay under the moon, I thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more, that we no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this maze you can't lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it phase you, no way, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more, that we no the same sun, singing songs of freedom like way one day, way way one day, oh way all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day.
Thank you, Clifton Family Church Band, for that opening song. Now let's go to Dallas, Texas, to join the Blessed Family Ministry Advisor for the South, Charles Charutich, for our opening prayer.
Good morning, everybody. Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Parent and true parents, we thank you, our Heavenly Parent, for this new day. We thank you, Heavenly Parent, for this wonderful opportunity and privilege that we have to be with you today, with all our brothers and sisters gathered here. Heavenly Parent, we pray that you may inspire our speaker today. Speak through him, Heavenly Parent. Speak to each one of us. Open our hearts, Heavenly Parent. Inspire our minds, Heavenly Parent, so that we may be inspired to go forth from this service this morning and inspire the world and bless the whole world and build your kingdom of heaven on earth, Heavenly Parent, that you have desired throughout the ages. We thank you, Heavenly Parent, for your love always, and we pray for your guidance always. In the name of the Charutich family, a blessed central family, Aju.
In celebration of yesterday's Peace Starts With Me rally, let's welcome the HJ Virtual Peace Choir from around the world for their performance of Let There Be Peace on Earth. Congratulations to True Mother and everyone who contributed in making this rally a huge success.
Let there be
Well, thank you so much for those beautiful songs and that prayer. Yeah, really singing and testifying to this ideal of peace that we all want to see and that we all long for. I thought it was so fitting from what we experienced yesterday, and I'm sure what we're going to be hearing more about today. So at this time, it's my pleasure to welcome the president of Family Federation here in North America, President Naokimi Ushiroda. Good morning, President Naokimi.
Good morning, Isaac, and good morning, everyone from around the country and beyond. Happy Sunday. Wow, it's been quite a weekend, quite a few months, actually, preparing for the Peace and Blessing event that we just concluded yesterday. You know, last week I spoke about being a witness to the substantial Holy Spirit. And just yesterday, we were able to welcome Mother Moon in her role and have her share a powerful message to all of us. Today, I really wanted to highlight some of the key victories that we had yesterday and talk about some of the significant shifts that I see us as a whole national community is taking here in America that I think is really important for all of us to catch. And then I wanted to also talk about what we can do next. So yeah, we had a stellar lineup, as you can see on the flyer. It was truly a beautiful event. We had some amazing performers, you know, Hezekiah, Yolanda, even Joanne Rosario, the Soul Children, they were really exciting. And Kim Burrell, just to name a few. Also, we had a great MCs. Did you guys think that? We had our very own Joshua Holmes representing the next generation as a co-MC with Liz Black. And, you know, I was really moved by the testimonies around the blessing. We had a professionally done video showcasing some of our second generation and first generation unification members, as well as even clergy testifying to how the blessing has impacted their lives. And of course, we had the keynote with Mother Moon sharing her message about her hope, God's hope for America. So we'll go into that. I was also excited to be able to host and produce that event all in just over 1 hour, which I believe is a new record. So that was amazing. So let's go over some key victories that we accomplished through the Peace and Blessing Festival for 2021. First off, I would like to acknowledge that we did reach and surpass our 30,000 registration goals. I confess I am a numbers guy, so it was really important that we do that. Just a month ago, we were only at about 20%, as you can see here. And then even 2 weeks ago, we were less than 50%, but we made it. Everyone came together, worked really hard to reach out to people, to register. And I just want to thank everyone who participated and who invited others to join us for this experience. So we ended up with 39,328 unique registrations as of 5 p.m. Eastern time yesterday, right before the event. So that was amazing. I also had a chance to take a sneak peek behind the scenes. So when the event, before it went live, this is a snapshot of the behind the scenes view, where we can actually see as people engage with the website, the dots get bigger, and this is a globe. So you can actually turn around and see like people signing in and registering from all over the world. So it was really cool. You could see the dots grow as more people from that area joined in. And yeah, it was a really awesome way to kind of see live the engagement. Also, this is a list of the countries that had the most visitors for the event yesterday. In total, we had about 25,000 unique visitors on our website. We had a few more from YouTube and Facebook and other kind of streaming areas, but from the main website, we had about 25,000 unique views, which is not bad from, you know, having registered 40,000. And interestingly, we had the most visitors from Japan. if you can see this, over 9,000 screens or visitors were joining us from Japan. We did have translations in 5 languages, so that definitely helped. And we had about 8,500 viewers or visitors from America. Now, keep in mind that each visitor here represents one screen. And as you know, many of us had watch parties where each visitor or each screen represents multiple people, whether you watch it with your family or a whole group of people, that counted as one visitor. Okay, so we definitely had more than 8,500 who actually attended the program. Quick shout out to the other countries. Korea came in a third with about 3,200. We had about 500 from the Philippines and Brazil, and we also had about 400 unique screens from Canada. Another major victory was that we were able to create this beautiful space to allow Mother Moon to share her message to America. I wanted to take a little bit of time to look at some key points that she made. Let's read. Please understand that the desire of God, the Creator, was to dwell as our Heavenly Parent with the first ancestors who were to have reached spiritual maturity on earth. In other words, God's wish was to build the kingdom of heaven on earth together with human beings. And I know she's mentioned this many times in her past speeches, but I really felt this time like this motherly heart towards us, as God's children, saying, hey, guys, God really simply wants to be your parent and dwell with you. And I felt that kind of heart. I felt her filial heart really trying to connect us to the heart of God through this message. So it's a great reminder here. Let's continue. Only by attending Heavenly Parent can we solve all our problems. The True Family Movement, which re-engrafts humankind as Heavenly Parent's sons and daughters through True Parents' marriage blessing of revival and rebirth, is the way to saving America and saving the world. So again, very consistent here. Her message, this is something that we've been talking about for a long time in preparation for this, but really she's really calling on all of us and telling us from God's perspective that the most essential way to bring about peace is connecting humanity back to God through the marriage blessing. That people can actually experience revival, rebirth, and a newfound relationship with God that's the source of true love. And without true love, we really cannot create peace on this earth. Final slide here. In order for America to become a nation that gives hope to humankind, I will construct a symbolic building that will plant the seeds of the blessing during the spring season of God's providence throughout America and the world. While America overcomes its 400-year indemnity period and embarks on a new beginning. So I remember that through some parts of the message, she was pretty somber and serious, really giving a warning for America to step up and respond to our responsibility as America, as the elder son nation. But she concluded with her commitment to invest in America, and also, ended with this kind of hopeful message that we're beginning, we ended this 400-year period of indemnity, and we're beginning a new spring season for America and the world. So that was really hopeful for me to hear that from her, saying that, we definitely need to wake up, but we are getting ready for a new age, a new season, a spring season for America. So that was great. And another major victory, I thought, was producing this blessing video, which we're going to go into a little bit more later. This was a labor of love. We spent a lot of time, money, energy, and investment to prepare this, but I was so happy with how it turned out. Let's go into some significance or the significance of some of the things that we're doing right now. The first part I want to emphasize here is that we are shifting from, going from like national events that we're all trying to support or getting people to attend. We are shifting to really supporting local outreach. So even our national and headquarters events and activities, we want to actually develop to support local activity and local outreach. I found a quote from Father Moon, who really encouraged us towards local outreach, actually many, many times, but let's read this one quote. He called it home church. Home church is a great accomplishment and the pinnacle of the divine principle. After all the struggles of the Old Testament, New Testament, and completed Testament, home church is the outcome, the ultimate fruit by which the kingdom of God is going to be achieved. This was a message he delivered before I was born, January 1st, 1979. So, based on that kind of messaging, what did we do this time that was in line with that? Well, we held watch parties, all kinds of watch parties to really support this local outreach where each family, each community is really using their home, their space to create this kind of home church experience, inviting family, friends, guests, contacts to experience God's word and fellowship together. So here are some samples that I got. Some people sent in some photos from yesterday. This is at a home of Bruce and Emiko Biddle in Ohio. They look like they're having a great time there. This is another home in the Bay Area. That's a nice home there. Also, we had watch parties in our local churches. This is Detroit, Michigan, the family church there, the Pastor Nina. And as another example is here at Elizabeth, New Jersey, family church. They did some really nice decor. I see actually most of them are really young. Actually, they have a lot of kids in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And we also partnered with other clergy members and had these watch parties in their churches as well. This is the Heavenly USA team that is visiting the Shaber Evangelical Church of New York. Here's an example of a community Baptist church in Las Vegas. Another type of watch party was with youth and young adults that they decided to gather. This is the Dallas Family Church. And this one is amazing. I love it. It's outdoors. It's beautiful. This is the kind of watch party I like to join with food and family, community in the beautiful outdoors. This was a young adults gathering in Washington, D.C. area. And finally, we had a bunch of online virtual watch parties. So this is an example of Canada, where the Sri Lankan ethnic community gathered together. And I really thought, I was so encouraged by the local ownership and excitement of developing and preparing for these watch parties to share this experience and make it more personal, not just watching a show, but engaging in discussion, sharing your own experiences and testimonies to really help every person who comes to experience more fully the blessing culture, not just the ceremony, but really sharing and celebrating our blessing culture. Another major shift that I felt we're having now is that we're showcasing not just true parents or Father and Mother Moon in their role, but also the fruit that they produce, the blessing and our blessed families, and their role in building ideal families for the sake of the world. And here, I really want to acknowledge our regional chairman here in North America, Dr. Yong. I feel that his energy and foundation, the victories that he's had in Asia, where he was leading before, was really a blessing for us here in America. He came with this confidence and experience of providing this blessing to all the way from the presidents of nations to common, honest, hardworking people, the locals. He had this experience, a foundation of experience, that when he came to America, with confidence, he told us he wants everyone to receive the blessing and also go through the fullness of the blessing through not just the holy wine ceremony in the beginning, but having couples go through a 43-day journey to really experience the fullness of the blessing. So I felt like that was a major shift where we can feel more confident in the power of the blessing, not just as a ceremony, but a lifestyle that we can adopt and maintain. Also in morning devotion, Dr. Young, every morning at 6 a.m., right now we're in Las Vegas, so it's actually 3 a.m. here, but without fail, every day, giving internal guidance around really what it means to be a blessing and practicing love in the family. Oftentimes we talk about our number one enemy being our spouse, but to really be able to overcome that and really love and continue to invest in the home, that's what it means to be a blessed family. So I really felt like we're making a shift where we're not just doing ceremonies, but we're adopting this culture of the blessing and substantially changing our lifestyles and mindsets so that we can really be a model and share this. Again, it doesn't mean we're perfect. It means that we're trying and we're committed to creating these ideal blessed families. Here is there was a testimony by Bishop Thomas and First Lady Jennifer Thomas. They gave such a beautiful testimony. I was moved. Mrs. Thomas, she shared how the blessing really gave her hope for a good marriage, a good family, and that it made her a better wife to her husband. I believe they've been married for 30 years, but through the blessing, they found a renewed commitment about the importance of the family and really sharing and testifying about the blessing to bless their community, their congregation, and spread this culture throughout. And he made a bold call to Christians to also not just wait for going to heaven, but really substantiating God's blessing here on earth through strengthening our families. I found a passage from Father Moon who really expressed really the value of the blessing well. Let's read. God-centered men and women in perfection are called men and women of goodness. These good men and women may receive God's blessing of marriage and be united into a couple, husband and wife. This will be the beginning of one ideal family of man on the face of the earth. This model family is what God wanted to have as a building block of the society, nation, and world. It seems so simple. It's not easy, but it seems so simple that if we want to create a peaceful world, it's got to start within the family, right? Of course, starting with our own maturity as individuals, but particularly in that love relationship between husband and wife as a couple, and then really investing in that relationship. And from there, building families full of love, and then, of course, expanding to society, nation, and world. So that's really the overall vision of what we provide here in Heavenly Parents Holy Community, and what Father and Mother Moon has been dedicating their lives, in fact, called by Jesus to do this mission and ministry here at this time. And this video, just amazing. I wanted to give another look at this blessing video, just the first segment. For those who didn't get a chance to watch it yet, you're gonna have to wait till the next possible. Actually, we might be able to share this relatively soon. So But let's take a quick peek.
Yambi and I have been blessed for 3 years.
The marriage blessing is probably the greatest accomplishment of Reverend and Mrs. Moon. The concept being of more of a selfless love.
It might look like a marriage ceremony. You have couples gathered from all different walks of life, being from 2 different nations or different races.
Born in Africa, my mom's German, like they know people from Australia.
It's wonderful that you can find somebody who has the same ideals and the same principles as yourself.
Same vision, same goals, and also practices.
Really embrace this different culture and discover the beauty of it. The goodness of something you don't know.
We have 2 kids.
So fun, so good.
Just to think that you can get people to agree to marry people they don't know for the sake of creating a better world, and that actually working out, this is something revolutionary that we want to be a part of.
Oh man, every time I watch it, I feel really hopeful and proud, and I know it's not been easy for many couples in general. It's always a challenge, but just that commitment to making it work and to have this higher purpose in mind in our marriages, that's really what makes it really special. So yeah, let's look forward to being able to share this more. I think this was one of the major victories, was preparing this professionally done video to really showcase the heart behind what we have to offer. Another major shift and victory was developing this follow-up education. I know we've done so many events. In fact, I believe we are one of the top experts when it comes to mobilizing for events on short notice. But on that foundation, I feel like we're now shifting to also providing follow-up education for those who attend our events. So here's a quick view of the blessingamerica.org. So if you remember, we had about 40,000 registrants before the event, and then we had about 25,000 who visited us, visit our main website, and of those, about 1,000 of them went to blessingamerica.org, which was the call to action. So those who are interested in finding out more, they came to blessingamerica.org, and about 340 of them ended up not only taking the quiz, but watching an intro video that was custom for them. So we had 4 different kinds of programs, and they watched it. And yeah, and amazingly, this is just updated yesterday night, last night, 60 people have already signed up for a webinar to find out more, and then ultimately to sign up for one of the education programs that we have towards the blessing. So this is super exciting. This is the first time we've been developing this kind of follow-up plan. So again, here it kind of shows the journey of the process. And yeah, there's just a few more steps, but this is just the beginning point. I feel like every time we do any kind of program, we can really guide people towards not just having a good time or feeling inspired, but taking substantial steps towards the blessing themselves. If they're single, then they commit to preparing themselves for a blessed marriage. If they're already married, that they commit to renew their marriage and make it stronger. Or if they're already blessed, that they take ownership over how can I now share this blessing with more people in my community. So just as a recap, some of the key victories that I really wanted to declare and really share in the joy of are that we surpassed our 30,000 registration goal together. got to 39,380. We also allowed Mother to really stand on an amazing foundation and a space to share her message to America at this time. We developed this beautiful new blessing video that really showcases the heart behind it. And many of us participated in and hosted local watch party, really creating a new way of doing events where it's produced nationally but experienced locally. I love that. And finally, this follow-up education plan where it doesn't end with the event, but it's just a beginning point to really encourage and spur people on their blessing journey. So what can we do next? Well, there's a few things I like to encourage everyone to do. First is please follow up with your guests. Talk with them about their experience yesterday, and maybe they missed it. And if they missed it, then you want to really be able to share your experience so that they can catch up and maybe get a taste of what you experienced. Also, encourage your guests to sign up at blessingamerica.org. Again, we don't want to just end with excitement or inspiration, but on that foundation, help them take the next step towards their blessing journey by signing up for one of the programs on blessingamerica.org. And you know what? Also join them. You know, if you want to really experience that journey and support them on their journey, then please join and sign up for a program together with them. Or if you didn't have a guest yet, then I still encourage you to check out the programs, because once you go through the program, you'll be able to know what you're inviting your guests to. So there's something for everyone to do as a next step. I really want to encourage your feedback. Your experience is going to help us make this better and better each time. So today's secret is on how do I find the motivation to outreach? You know, of course, when we have better tools or better events, it's more easier to feel confident to outreach. But for many of us, it might feel scary or kind of a burden to invite somebody or talk about the blessing or things like that. In that case, just one tip: work with others who are already doing outreach. They've already figured it out, or they've already broken through that fear barrier. And so instead of trying to do it on your own or starting it by yourself, ask, look around, see who's doing it, and just ask if you can help, if you can join them. That's going to really help you find that excitement, that motivation, and overcome any fear that might be holding you back from doing the outreach. So yeah, please find someone who's motivated or already doing outreach, and that will definitely help you get on the way to doing your own outreach. So yeah, all in all, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for participating in our Peace and Blessing event yesterday, and for all the effort, even doing the praying for it, or doing any kind of Jungsung condition of investment to prepare for it. Everyone, I feel, as a collective, we were able to make this victory together. So congratulations again for contributing to the success. But remember that this event is not the conclusion, but the starting point for many towards their blessing journey. So let's support everyone in taking their next step so that peace and blessing can be available for all.
All right. Thank you so much, President Alkimi, for your message this morning. Thank you for highlighting Mother Moon's words, her message that she shared last night on the Peace and Blessing program, the direction that she'd like to see really America take and America step up to restore families through the blessing. And also thank you for really claiming the victories from that program. We can really all share in the incredible success that program was. And then also giving us some homework and some next steps that we can use to follow through and to follow up. So Really want to appreciate you also, President Alkimi, for your vision for this entire program. And I read one comment that I want to share that I thought really summed it up from Miss Angelica Selly. She said, "This is truly the beginning of a new mainstream blessing movement." So thank you so much, brothers and sisters. At this time, we're going to take a little time to reflect on our reflection question, which is, what inspired you the most about the Peace and Blessing Festival? So we'll take just a minute to reflect on that. All right, thank you so much, brothers and sisters. So as we continue to reflect on this question and on the message this morning, I'd like to invite two of my friends to join me. So from Oklahoma, we have Eric White, and from Las Vegas, we have Sarah Hirano, who are joining us to share their live reflections. Good morning to both of you. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so just want you to share what really stuck out to you and connected with you from this morning. So I'd like to start first with Eric.
Hey, good morning, guys. Really, I enjoyed the event last night, but I also really was inspired by what Naokimi was saying about follow-up. Oftentimes, I think about these events and I say, okay, I just need to invite people to this event. We need to go, we need to sign up. If I can get people to come, I fulfilled my mission, and then I'm finished. That's all I was required to do. But then I look back on my life of faith and the reason that I went to the blessing. And I didn't go to the blessing because somebody invited me to an event. I went to the blessing and I was really inspired to become who I am because people gave me the tools I needed to be successful. They said, hey, this is a high noon summit. You should really go. You know, there's a lot of education about becoming a better person through relating to God and overcoming things like pornography. You know, hey, this is a workshop in Las Vegas, and they can really give you the tools that you need to be successful. And so really we have to look at these events as a starting point and introducing who your parents are, introducing what our culture is, what blessed families are, and then giving them the tools they need and investing in those people so that they can become stronger in their lives of faith. That's how I got to where I am. And so I'm really kind of excited to hear Naokimi say that kind of a thing. You know, I don't want to just invite somebody and put effort into people to come to these events and then say, okay, well, thanks for coming. See you later. You know, that was it. You know, I was successful. So one thing that Naokimi said was that we have to take ownership of these people. We have to have local ownership. And so I was kind of inspired by that. I really want to be able to take ownership of the people around me, of my community, of the folks around me. So I really hope I can do that. I really hope I can follow up. And I actually didn't even know about the blessingamerica.org thing. I saw it on the screen, but I didn't go to the website. I didn't click on it. And at our watch party, there was like 3 young people at the event, and they were we were talking about the blessing and getting married and having relationships. And some of the youth were kind of inspired and they were asking questions, and I was able to talk to them a little bit. So now I know that there's tools available I didn't even know that existed. They can go take a quiz and kind of receive those kinds of educational materials. So now I know what I'm supposed to do now, so I can kind of guide them through that process. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the direction we're heading in, and really giving people the tools they need to be successful and not just saying, okay, thanks for coming to the event, goodbye. So I'm really excited for that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Eric. Yeah, I think you really hit on a big point and something that we're all thinking about and really grateful for, that this program really focused on the follow-up and wanting to connect people to further education, to further learn about the blessing and be able to improve their lives, whether they're singles or married, whoever they are, that they can continue to gain more and more growth and education. So thank you for pointing that out once again, Eric. And how about you, Sarah? What did you think about today's message and what really connected with you?
Well, it was really wonderful how President Naokimi really addressed so many points that I had in my reflection. And I was just so moved by the whole event yesterday, how wonderfully it, very straightforward, showed the beauty of the blessing. And exactly that is so precious what true parents have done, and how that all came about. People should really be able to understand that and start getting to know that. And I really liked what President Naokimi said about creating this space for True Mother to speak. That was amazing, because I think Dr. Yang was really, really incredible with the morning devotion. And some other leaders have given that reflection as well, that the unity and the love that we have been experiencing, we could really create this space for True Mother to speak. And I believe the pastors really inherited that recently at the ACLC event. They were able to speak very strongly, very powerfully about the blessing and how it's affected their life and their church, the people that they're responsible for spiritually. And that was really wonderful. The watch party with Women's Federation was amazing. There was more than 100 people there on the watch party, and we had such a good time. Katerina did an amazing job. They had a raffle, and we had music. It was just really wonderful. And one of my guests from here in Las Vegas, she's a Montessori teacher for more than 40 years. So she's very closely connected to families. And she said, I think happy, stable marriages are a good possibility through the blessing. This is her reflection after the event. Arranged marriages have been used in India, and knowing that this is God's choice and both wanting it that way seems way better than how many people connect and marry these days. So she really appreciated the event. And I just want to go through all of those materials again. Actually, after the event, when I was going to sleep last night, I watched it all over again on Facebook. So it was wonderful. And the entertainment was amazing. Joshua Holmes and Liz Black was such a beautiful kind of connection and a complementary interaction. Like Liz Black has so much experience, and Joshua was just so fresh and young, but so bright, both of them so bright and joyful. I just think everybody did such an incredible job that this is so digestible. It's my biggest takeaway, is that it's so digestible and so wonderful for the context that we already have. We connected to so many people 2 years ago when True Mother came here for the Peace Starts With Me at the MGM. And it was wonderful to have this video, this event, that we can take them to the next step. That's my biggest takeaway. It was so grateful to God and to Mother, to everybody's hard work, making this a reality. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. That was great. Yeah, I really agree. The program really was able to show the beauty of the blessing, as you said. They chose maybe the most photogenic couples and the most beautiful couples to share their testimonies. But yeah, really being able to show that beauty of coming together, committing together with God to be a couple and to raise a God-centered family. So really, it's just so wonderful. Thank you for also sharing that reflection from the guests that you brought. And yeah, really, really great to hear that Women's Federation had a great watch party with a raffle. Sounds like it was a lot of fun. So thank you so much for sharing. Just want to thank you both for sharing your live reflections. And next, we're going to go to our challenge for the week that we can take with us. So this week, our challenge is encourage your guests to enroll in an education program on blessingamerica.org or sign up for one of the courses yourself. All right, thank you so much, brothers and sisters. So let's take this challenge with us for this week. And next, we're going to have our closing prayer.
Now let's head over to Tempe, Arizona to join Kwansuk Garina, local youth coordinator, for our closing prayer.
Oh, brothers and sisters, please join me in prayer. Thank you, God. Thank you, true parents. Thank you, heavenly parents, for this beautiful, wonderful Sunday morning where we can all gather here, brothers and sisters, in fellowship in America and all across the country, to truly be able to gain and grow and learn from each other. I pray for President Naokimi for his message and his report, and for being so open so that we can see and take part in witnessing and in the blessing and in sharing the blessing. Pray for True Mother that she can be safe and protected. And I pray for her and for the victory of yesterday, for all the pastors that participated and for all the outreach that they did. I pray for the blessing and for everyone who has it to really be grateful and to really evaluate just the blessing that the blessing is, that they can truly be really aware of that. And when they are, that they can truly be able to spread that and to talk to other people. I pray for everyone that we can truly be safe and have a wonderful week, and that we can truly be open and beacons of light so that God can shine through us. I pray this in the name of everyone here. Aju.
Now we're going to Los Angeles, California for original song titled God is Love by the Los Angeles Band.
Mother, you're leading us all the way. Carry on, carry on. 부모님 사랑. Carry on, carry on, carry on. 부모님 사랑.
Thank you, LA Family Church, for that beautiful song, incredible music video. Thank you, Quansick, for your prayer. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining us this Sunday. I really hope that you could feel peace and blessings in your own life and that desire to share it with other people. So if you really enjoyed today's service, you can support this ministry by going to nationalfamilyservice.org and click the Give button, or you can type #donate in the Facebook chat. Also, I really want to encourage you, I think especially after we get the recordings for the program yesterday and that the testimonies of the blessing, that we really want to be able to share those with our friends and family. So I just want to encourage you also, you can share this sermon from today with those that you feel can really be inspired by the blessing. So with that, I just want to thank you once again for joining us. I really hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for being here. And from us at National Family Service, we just want to say goodbye and thank you so much. See you next time.
See you. Take care. God bless you.
Come along, you. 사랑해 당신은